Hey guys, it's Archelon here, back for round 1, part 2 of the First Blood Mid Lane Championship. Looking at some of the highlights from matches 5 through 10. No, second highest rated player on Ezreal here against Ziggs, using his long range skill shots and right mouse button right from the outset to keep Ziggs pushed back, knowing that he's going to have to tank his mana if he wants to contest the lane at all, hitting him with a lot of max range mystic shots, keeping him way back off the minion line, picking up an extra level and experience early on. Going for the kill right here, unfortunately misses that potentially lethal Q, but able to take Ziggs' turret, keeping up that pressure, pushed him to his inner turret, hitting him with Essence Flux, Mystic Shot over and over again, using Arcane Shift really aggressively, pushing the wave with his ultimate, keeping Ziggs all the way back and denied, taking the only inner turret of the tournament so far. Ziggs pushed all the way back to the mid lane after that turret was taken, and a Phage proc gave Ezreal the opportunity, if he so chose, to chase with his flash, hit him with Ignite, tag him again with a Phage proc, chase the flash with Arcane Shift, and pick up the kill under the tower with one last auto attack just in the nick of time before he decides that's not enough and has to ult me on the enemy spawn point as well. Caitlyn versus Hybridinger, ridiculously aggressive match. These guys came right at each other, right from level 1, just trading blows. Hybridinger had flat AD runes as well, which took Caitlyn a bit by surprise, and the auto attacks traded pretty comparably. Caitlyn looked like she had the upper hand in the second big exchange, but that turret from Heimerdinger did way too much damage, and the rocket to the face helped as well. She perhaps got a little bit eager with that Q there, giving Heimer the opportunity to make the big play, go for rockets and ignite under the tower, just surviving on the way out, but did pick up the first crucial blood of the game. Gangplank and Kennen, longest match of round 1. Kennen getting some cheeky tower damage in early against the flashless GP. They traded blows from the outset, Kennen getting beaten somewhat by the random number generator, taking some massive crits from Parlay right from the start. But he started using his long range a little bit more effectively, hitting Gangplank with some really long range stuns, using his ranged auto attack to put the pressure back in Gangplank's side of the court, allowing him to make the first big play of the game. A little slow with his ignite means that double heals just too much, and he's forced to let that one go. But then he just picked up his game even more, chain stunning GP over and over, trying to keep those electrical orbs circling his opponent. See, one stun there, goes back around, surges, hits him again, hits him with another Q, and that pressure constantly allowed him to keep the pushing up and take the first turret of the game. Goes for a second play towards Gangplank's inner turret. Looked like he was way ahead at that point, and then somehow takes massive amounts of damage. Looks like he's on the back foot till Kennen's minions come to his aid, and he's able to quickly turn it around and make Gangplank run away on just about 200 health. Another really close exchange from those guys. Then Kennen pushed the wave with Surge, caught by Gangplank just as he returned from base. Forced to flash out to not die to massive crits from Gangplank. But the superior move speed of the Toy Soldier means that he's going to have to try something magical here. Goes for a stun, of course, removed by Orange. Manages to just get out of range before he's crit to death. But knowing that Flash is on cooldown, Gangplank goes for a play here. One tick, two tick, not enough. Bang! One massive crit for first blood from Gangplank there after almost 20 minutes in a really closely contested match that lasted for 3 Doran shields. Ezreal versus Kassadin. Unfortunately, Kassadin not really ever in the game. Essentially hard counterpicked by Ezreal here. Just getting smashed every time he tried to farm and gain experience by Ezreal using Mystic Shot and his auto attack to allow him to get a turret in less than 7 minutes. Kassadin returned to the lane, meaning business, but Ezreal wasn't going to be pushed around ahead by over 50 creeps by that point. Chased all the way back up the lane by Ezreal. Makes a play to jump over his Q and go into his face, but the combination of Exhaust and Ignite proves to be just too much. Ezreal picking up first blood with about 250 health remaining. Morgana and Malzahar both extremely good at farming in mid with their AoE spells, demonstrating that the entire game kept in close contention of CS the entire match, and the lane was mostly dead even. Morgana able to block the first suppress ultimate from Malzahar, which pretty lucky or she would have died. Blocks a second one under his turret when she starts using Promote really aggressively to push his tower down. Auto attacks and Ignite not going to do enough damage when she doesn't walk backwards into that silence. She's able to get away from that one. But the damage she took meant she had to base. Malzahar was just able to take her turret in return. Then she manages to block the third ultimate of the match when Malz hits her shield. And then goes around behind him a bit later on, just blindly altered by Malzahar. Manages to dodge the silence with shield, but still takes way too long to use her ultimate, taking far too much damage. Malzahar picking up that first blood relatively comfortably. Shen vs Xerath. Xerath's long range looked like it might be an issue for Shen early on when he hit him with a couple of stuns, but Shen's burst damage with Taunt at level 3 made Xerath think a little bit more about contesting the lane, forced to play defensively for quite a few levels, trying to keep Shen at a distance. Anytime he connected with Taunt, massive change in the life totals of the two players, but stuns were pretty relevant, with Shen taking a bit of damage on that third or fourth attempt. Xerath made him dance around with his ultimate, hitting him at long range with his ridiculous range for a mage, really. Shen manages to connect with another taunt a little bit later on, dukes the stun, which is great, and Xerath comes back into lane, allowing Shen to hit him again. Hit him with Ignite. It looks like it's going to kill him anyway. Xerath stops to try and stun Shen to not die, and gets a Vorpal Blade to the face for first blood. And here's a look at where we stand at this point in round 1. Those first 5 matches are the winners from the matches you've already seen, with the last 3 pairings from matches which will be up in part 3 of the round 1 coverage. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.